Welcome back to the 5 days of E3. Yesterday, if you watched, we were talking Sony. It ran a little bit long because we love Sony.
I love them.
So it's hard to cut that one short. This one's probably going to be a little bit short. Not that we don't like Microsoft as much as... No, that was a lie. We like Sony more than Microsoft.
Quite a bit more.
But Microsoft had so much better of a conference this year than last year.
When I watched Microsoft, I was kind of worried that Sony's was not going to be good because they did such a great job. I was actually excited about some of the stuff they did.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sony comes on. I'm like, you won within the first 10 minutes of everything.
Yeah.
The band started playing. I'm like, what the heck? And then they actually started playing with the trailer.
Yeah, I don't know. They did get they're getting a lot of stuff right, in my opinion, so I'm all right with their conference. So we'll start with the tech. So of the big three, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, Microsoft was the only one that showed their hand and showed off their new gear this year and for next year. So my biggest surprise was the Xbox One S model, which is white, smaller, comes out in August, which for $299, I think they're going to list the price as. It's cheaper than I thought it was going to be, and it's coming out sooner than I thought it was going to come. Which solid decisions business wise on both of those fronts, because right now the Xbox One's going for like $299, some are going for $279 even. So if they were going to jack the price up on a smaller system, even though it had a 2 terabyte hard drive in it, I think they would have lost a lot of business. I think that was a really strong decision for Christmas of this year.
Absolutely. And then they were like, oh, and by the way, don't buy that one because we've got this one.
Buy this one because it's coming out next year. So Project Scorpio.
Yes.
What do you think? I won't lead you. What do you think?
I think it was their retaliation with the leaks of Neo. So they're like, well, we're just going to do this even better. Mm-hmm. So they made this ridiculously powerful thing. They're working on it now. And then it's a back and forth, rabbit season, duck season with Microsoft and Sony.
That's an excellent reference. If you don't get that reference, then you're young. So I think it was interesting the way that it went down because they had a lot of really big developers from really big popular.
That tastes like coffee and Mountain Dew.
Coffin Dew.
It's a Mountain Dew Pitch Black mixed with coffee, and that was a bad choice.
That don't wake you up in the morning.
Woo!
But it was interesting that they used so many different developers to actually be in their sizzle reel to hype up the thing. So
Absolutely.
The specs I think are interesting. The stuff that it's going to do is interesting. The thing that kind of gave me pause though, when I was watching the live stream, they had Seamus, who was the creator of the original Xbox, who I'm sure you're a fan on.
I like the original Xbox. I love my original.
Oh,
Xbox.
the 360 was the one that...
The 360 was a trash, yeah.
Okay. So I was listening to Seamus's comments, because as far as like an industry professional, a guy who created the original Xbox is somebody that I would pretty much listen to for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was like captivated by all the stuff that he was saying. So they were asking him post Microsoft conference, and I don't think he works for them anymore because he was pretty cavalier about his thoughts. But they were asking him, so what do you think? So now we've seen the Xbox. Now we're seeing the Xbox One S, and now they just this crazy ridiculous Scorpio, and their whole thing was it's cross-platform. This is just another thing in the family. So your games will work on everything. And then what Seamus said was, I don't buy all that. I'm sure that if you have a current Xbox, the Xbox One S, and the games for those, I'm sure those will work on the Scorpio.
Mm-hmm. But if they're backwards,
but if they're going to render games for the Scorpio, there's no way they're going to go backward.
Yep.
Because he was saying, his concern was how long they're stretching themselves. Because now they're doing for Microsoft 10, so they have to optimize for that. And the original Xbox,
Windows
and
10.
the One S, and the Scorpio. And there's so many different platforms to optimize for that if I'm a developer and I only have X amount of resources, am I going to either put it toward the console that's already proven itself, or now that I have this other limitless console, am I going to throw all my resources to that? And I think coming from him, that is a really sound statement, because I don't care. I'm not going to buy the thing. This doesn't affect me in the slightest bit.
To be completely honest, when I saw the Xbox One S, a thought went through my head. I'm like, you know what? I might buy one.
Cool.
I was kind of excited seeing like Gears. I've never played Gears before.
Oh, they're great.
I was like, I wouldn't mind playing Gears. That looks like a cool game. Xbox, Cuphead. I'm really excited about Cuphead. I think that'd be fun to play. It's the indie
the
game.
old art style.
It looks like freaking old Mickey Mouse. Yeah. I'm like, maybe this will be the time I get an Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sony came on. PSVR.
Yeah, they definitely have a lot of stuff going for it that I like. The two games, Scalebound and Sea of Thieves, both look fantastic.
This was the best idea.
The only thing I have about Sea of Thieves, what we saw, I feel like it's going to do the Evolve thing. So Evolve was a great idea when it happened, but you could never get a team together to be able to play it. Because it kind of seems to me like you need people
Like
playing their part.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You need a captain. You need people on the sails. You need someone in the crow's nest. You need someone who repairs.
Boy, because you're behind the wheel, and you can't see the ocean
you gotta
because
have
your
someone.
sails right there.
You gotta have an
I
navigator.
love that concept of making it be team based.
That'd be great.
But I think you raise a really good concern to where if you don't have a dedicated team to play with, which is really hard to find anymore, it's very rare to have a team of people that play at the same time every day.
That's when clans come in that they were talking about, or whatever the heck they called it.
Right.
The community is like,
Yes,
PlayStation has
that's probably
don't
why
work that well, but
that would be how that game would be successful.
I don't like playing with strangers, especially when you're. I'm not a big. I play Dungeons and Dragons. I love getting into character in Dungeons and Dragons, but not with strangers. It's got to be with people I know, and they know that it's a little weird.
We'll see if their matchmaking system is very successful. Maybe it'll be all right. But you're never gonna not have a game where some troll comes in and just tries to wreck the ship or whatever.
Yeah, you have that one guy that's not doing his job, that's just sitting there drinking, while everyone else, you're getting shot at, and he's just like,
no, I'm a pirate for real. So Scalebound.
What if you can kill him? Do you think maybe if you have a guy that's doing that, you can just haul off and just off him?
I would hope so.
That'd be great.
Make him walk the plank.
Yes. Oh, I'm a little more excited about this game now.
So that game looked really good, and then Scalebound, which was kind of like a Devil May Cry meets Aragon style game. It looked really cool at the demo last year, E3, but it was just the cutscene.
Yeah.
So then this year we actually get to see a lot more gameplay, and it's a multiplayer game, which I did not see coming. I thought it was going to be single player.
I really hate how douchebaggy the character is. Like, he seems like a total piece of garbage.
See, it seems very, like, I don't know, Dante from Devil May Cry, like, Quicksilver-y personality-wise.
No, he just seems like
guy.
He seems like a non-American trying to portray an American in a game. Like, it's just, it seems, it goes in that same bro shooter, you've got the rough.
He is
very limited character.
Very bro-y in the entire, that is a good point.
But, I mean,
it looked fun, though.
If he goes from bro to legit person, maybe. But he'll never be a Dante. Dante was like the hard butt, because I can't say the A word.
You can?
No, I'm not allowed. I don't want to say it.
But those two games look really good.
Yeah.
And then Microsoft is doing a really cool thing with indie developers, which Sony's been nailing for a while, but they made a point to say that we have this. It's like Microsoft Originals or something like that, where it's indie developers only. So FIFO.
I was just gonna do that.
Looks beautiful. It looked like. Did you ever watch those Bitey of Brackenwood cartoons from back in the day on Newgrounds?
No.
Long story short, there was a animator that worked for Disney, left, made up his own, developed little animation studios, and Bitey is this really fast, has horns, like kind of goat legs, really cool, interesting character. The whole art style from this game for Microsoft reminded me of that, which is the only reason I brought it up. It looked really cool.
Yeah.
But their whole goal is to have this core content of indie developers where all the proceeds that are earned from those purchases go directly to the indie developer. And I think that is... I don't care what platform, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, whoever. I don't care who does that. That is never going to be a bad thing.
Not at all. Yeah, that's great.
Like, power to the indie developers, because that's where, Rocket League comes from. Like, great indie games with...
Yeah, your Super Giant just, like, drop in Transistor. Well, Bastion and Transistor. Yeah. Now they're working on Pyre.
Yeah, incredible games.
Keep them making them.
So, I'm all for that. I think that was a really strong move that they made.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Agreed. This conference was great. I was really excited about all that stuff.
So, I mean, regardless of our allegiances or affiliations or whatever, Microsoft did so much better than last year.
If I had just an extra $200, an Xbox One would be in in my house.
And I consider it too. There are enough exclusives now on the Microsoft platform to where I would consider getting it if I had the expendable income, but I don't. So I pick Sony and all of the trimmings that go along with
Agreed.
it. But that doesn't mean for 1 second that I don't think that there's a lot of good stuff happening on the Microsoft platform.
Right. I still want to play Sunset Overdrive.
I still want to play Rise Son of Rome.
Oh yeah.
I've always wanted. I love that time period, but I don't have that for Sony.
Yeah.
I was really hoping they were going to make a sequel. Titanfall 2 multi-platform.
That's great.
Could not be more excited about the. I love the narrative. I love that it's a sentient robot. It's the relationship between you and the robot.
What are your protocols?
Yep.
I think that's going to be incredible.
One.
Which means the robot's going to sacrifice himself to save you. I want them to switch it. I want you to die to protect the robot. Because that doesn't happen, and I think it needs to finally if you're going to make it interesting.
Robot lives matter, man.
They do. Robo lives matter. But yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. Did you hashtag it? Robo lives matter. Thanks, Jules.
I think that needs to be trending.
I'll try to put the hashtag on there.
All 30 of you that watch this, make it trending.
Yeah, make it trending amongst the 30 of you. But
Robo
yeah,
lives matter.
so overall, I think Microsoft had a fantastic
Absolutely.
conference. The Play Anywhere concept, I didn't think was going to matter all that much. I guess there's a market for people that have PC and have Xbox One and want to play anywhere.
That's super cool because that's probably going to sell Xboxes. Your PC gamers, PC Master Race, all that stuff. I would love to be a PC gamer, but that's just so expensive. There's so much time spent. Anytime you turn it on, you got to be updating your drivers to play a freaking game. It's too much for me.
I just spend so much time on my computer, like doing editing for the show, doing editing for my internship and for school.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I don't want to continue sitting there to play on my PC. You get to the point where you're just sick of looking at your computer. So then I can segue into my PlayStation. So I'm on my couch now. I have my controller, and I'm looking at my TV.
The argument for that would be...
You can play with the controller on your PC.
Yeah, you can play with the controller. You can use your PC as a console. Your TV is a monitor. You can kick back on your couch and still do that.
Here's the thing. I've already bought my PlayStation 4.
That's true. This is true. I mean,
if this was pre-PlayStation 4 and I was going to build a gaming rig, I would consider it.
Let me know when you can play Last of Us, Bloodborne, and stuff on PC. Then we'll talk.
All right, so Jules is making us talk about this thing that I actually don't care about at all.
Oh, I thought this was really cool.
I could not care less. Go ahead. You talk about it because I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
Custom controllers. Like, how awesome of an idea is that? You've got all your coppers, your blues, your cool. Like, well, they're not that cool because once you open them, they look like a turd.
Yeah,
but,
that Copper Shadow one is not what it looks like.
But now you can... you change the whole color layout, the accents, the buttons. You can make them all different colors. You can get them engraved with your tags.
Did they say how much it's going to cost though to get them to
$80
build it?
$80 for the stock, $90 for the engraved. That's not really that much.
So stock as far as I can create whatever color palette I want to.
Any color palette. $80-$90.
I don't care. It's a controller. Just give me a controller.
But I mean, that's super cool. How is that not cool? You wouldn't take your PS4 controller if you can make the touchpad a different color, like underneath or even on the touchpad you have like your gamer tag or PSN ID engraved on it.
I see it on the screen.
But it's
I need to look at it in my hand.
It's like if someone comes over like, yeah, check this out. This is awesome. No. Hey, it's not for everybody.
Well, so the thing that you did with the PlayStation controller where you have like the hearts on it in Tetris. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. No?
No, I don't care.
All right.
My brother did a thing where he got for his PlayStation 4, it's a regular Nintendo, so the NES skin. So he modified his PlayStation 4 to look like the regular Nintendo. Looks awesome.
Yeah.
I fully acknowledge every time I see it how cool his PlayStation 4 looks. I'm not gonna do it because mine is the Batman Collector's Edition console.
Well, yeah,
so why would I?
No, my stock black one, I'd make it look like something cool. That just reminded me of something. There's a dude online built a PS4 out of wood, like legit wood. He took the internals of a PS4 and put it in wood. Freaking sweet looking. Anyway.
I like how many times you said wood.
Wood. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck? The woodchuck could chuck wood.
All the wood that a woodchuck could if woodchuck could chuck wood.
Exactly. Nailed it. Anyway, what else? Microsoft do anything else?
We talked originals. They're doing a whole lot of stuff with competitive play. Like they have the 3 tiers of like arena style gameplay.
Yeah, the live
where
stuff.
like you can host your own servers, you can do some other stuff, and then you have your big arena style Ultimate Madden stuff for money. I think there's always going to be a marketplace for that. I think it needs to be made easier for, say we wanted to do something for Watch Chat Play.
Yeah.
I would want an easier platform to do that, to organize and to set it up and, prizes and stuff like that. So I think it was a good decision. I think you should always try to make stuff like that easy.
Oh,
but at the end of the day, they're just trying to make as much money off of Madden Ultimate Team.
Leave in the comments of this one how much you cringed at the Microsoft section. Or not, the Minecraft. Wow. Minecraft section. Minecraft Soft. Because Microsoft owns Minecraft now. Which is really cool that they're still supporting the PlayStation stuff, by the way. But that whole, the
they
girl
were
playing it, the guy...
super awkward.
I was just like, quit.
We'll talk about Star Wars later on, but the Star Wars conference lady was awful. Just garbage. As far as presenting style... I don't know what... She has to do something else with the company. She can't be a presenter professionally because she was the least charismatic person I've ever seen in my entire life.
This was a bet for an intern. You won't do it. Or
do
as our friend Brian would say, do you won't.
Do you won't. Hashtag do you won't. So she was terrible, and then the Minecraft team. I'm coming to you. This pig's going to make it difficult to get to you. Oh, here's this dime. You just did that for achievement. An achievement on a gamepad at E3. The worst. And
it hurt. And then the dude in the rift.
Yeah.
It's it was bad. It was not as bad as the Forza Horizon people. The guy sitting in the chair. Guys.
I see how hard it was. It's really hard to showcase VR on a stage platform. They did it so much better last year with the Oculus, not the Oculus, HoloLens. The HoloLens demo was great.
That's cool.
So much so that I even thought the mechanics were different than they actually were. I didn't think they were glasses. I thought it was a
hologram
platform.
It was really funny when I told him not.
Yeah, I felt like a total idiot. That's how good that tech demo was. And then you go to this year and I'm like, that's not at all what I would like to spend my money on. Weird.
Oh no, the aliens.
Yep.
We made them look like aliens. Shoot it with the TNT
And they help
block.
us now. Let's go blow it up. The worst. But Cameron, Minecraft has the biggest community in the world.
Community of 7-year-olds.
So, if you like Minecraft...
Well, don't get me wrong. I like Minecraft. But I would never openly admit to liking Minecraft.
You literally just did.
I don't play Minecraft anymore.
Oh, okay.
But there was a phase when it was still in the early development. I was like, oh my god, this is really cool. And now that it's everywhere, it's lost its luster for me because it's just the same thing over and over again. But it is super addictive.
I can't remember if it was on the 3 or the 4 because the graphics are the same, so it doesn't matter. But there was a free demo where we could try it.
Yeah.
And I played 10 minutes of it and this game is garbage.
Did you dig? Because the digging is the fun part.
I dug forever.
It's the discovery of finding caves and diamond. It is really addictive. It really is.
Yeah, if I was a tween, maybe, but not in my later years. So anyway, Minecraft, you did good. You did all right by me. If I had more money, I would consider buying, not the Scorpio, because I don't care that much about you, but I would buy the Microsoft Xbox One S.
Yeah.
I'd buy it.
Did you say Minecraft?
Did I say Minecraft?
Minecraft!
The Minecraft Xbox One S. The Microsoft Xbox One S.
If there's a themed Xbox One S or Minecraft, I feel like you're going to make bang from that, bruh. If you're listening to Microsoft, buy it. Do it.
So, final
You
thoughts.
won't.
What do you think?
Final thoughts. Microsoft did a great job. If it wasn't for Sony blowing them out of the water, I think they would have taken A3 for me.
I think Sony still had the focal point just because they were all games and they just portrayed it very well and they did a really good job.
Satellite
But
Orchestra.
Microsoft was so strong and you guys did good. You guys did good.
You did good, bro.
So that's it. Day 2.
Oh, we didn't cover
E3.
Gears.
They
did Gears, and Gears looked really cool, except the voice acting was very cringeworthy. It was almost as bad as Peter Dinklage in Destiny.
Ooh, rough.
Yeah, that's a sick burn. But that lady voice actress, you might want to redo that one.
Well, it's early. Well, actually, it looked pretty polished. Never mind, it wasn't even early. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe she dies soon.
I just wanted to get that off my chest.
Okay. You feel better?
Maybe she dies.
Maybe she dies soon.
The actress or the character?
Both.
Oh no!
All right, so day 2 in the books. Tomorrow we will discuss Nintendo.
Yeah, boy.